Now, we're going to take up one more problem on mechanics of materials, problem number 5. It reads as a rod of cross-sectional area 20 mm by 20 mm and 1 meter long is subjected to a compressive load of 40 kilonewton. The modulus of elasticity for steel may be taken as 200 kilonewton per mm square. Find stress, strain, and decrease in length of bar due to the applied load. Here he says decrease in length of bar, specifically he mentions that is basically because it is a compressive load of 40 kilonewton. As the load is compressed on the member will always decreases in length. So find stress, strain, and decrease in length of bar. So we need to find out all the three. So what are the data given? A rod of cross-sectional area 20 mm by 20 mm. So the cross-sectional area of the rod A will be 20 mm by 20 mm. It is a square rod. So when you multiply, you are going to get 400 mm square. 1 meter long. So what is the length of rod? Length of rod is given to be L, which is equal to 1 meter. So that means on converting meters into mm, 1 into 10 to the power of 3 mm. So that will be 1000 mm. Is subjected to a compressive load of P. Applied compressive load P will be equal to, that is capital P, 40 kilonewton. 40 into 1 kilo is equal to 1000 Newton. So 40 into 1000, you will go to get 40 into 10 to the power of 3 Newton. The modulus of elasticity for steel may be taken as 200 kilonewton per mm square. So that means Young's modulus of elasticity, E is given by 200 into 10 to the power of 3 Newton per mm square. So what is the requirement? The requirement is I need to find out the stress, I need to find out the strain, and the decrease in length of the bar. So how I can find out? Stress is given to be sigma, which is the applied compressive load P divided by cross-sectional area of the bar. So here sigma equals P by A, capital A. So you know what is applied compressive load, which is given to be 40 into 10 to the power of 3. So you substitute the value of P as 40 into 10 to the power of 3, and area of cross section of the bar, it is 20 into 20, so it is 400 mm square. So 400. So on simplification, you will going to get 100 Newton per mm square. So the stress is given by 100 Newton per mm square. So then what we need to stress we found out. Then we need to find out the strain. So to find out the strain, can I use delta L by L? No, because if you want to use delta L, we need to know what is the decrease in length of the bar. So that I don't know. And also the length of the bar is known, but strain is also, there are two variables which you can't find out. So we have one more formula according to the Hooke's law. Stress is directly proportional strain within the elastic limit. So modulus of elasticity is given by stress by strain. You know the value of stress, which is 100. We know the modulus of elasticity, it is 200 into 10 to the power of 3. Therefore, epsilon, that is the strain, is given by sigma by E. Sigma is 100 Newton per mm square divided by 200 into 10 to the power of 3 Newton per mm square. So you're going to get here 200 into 10 to the power of 3 equals 100 by epsilon. Therefore, strain epsilon is given by 5 into 10 to the power of minus 4 on simplification. Also what we know, strain is given by decrease in length by the original length. So what is the decrease in length due to the application of compressive load, which I need to find out. So which is given by delta L. What is the original length of the rod? The original length of the rod is L. So we know the value of strain. So substitute the value of strain as 5 into 10 to the power of minus 4, which is equal to delta L by what is the original length of the rod? The original length of the rod L is given by 1000 mm. So you will going to get 1000 mm divided by 1000. So on cross multiplication, therefore, decrease in length of the rod, delta L is given by 0.5 mm. So this is how you will be able to find out the solution. Next, we are going to take up one more problem, that is the problem number 6. A bar of diameter 20 mm and length is 100 mm extends by 0.2 mm. If E of the material of the rod is 2 into 10 to the power of 5 Newton per mm square, what load and type of load applied to the rod? If an extension of 20% greater is required for the same load applied above, how much the diameter of the bar need to be required? So this is a model question paper. So we need to solve this problem. He says a bar of diameter 20 mm. So D is given. D is equal to 20 mm. That is the data. What is the length given by? The length is 100 mm. He extends by 0.2 mm. So delta L is given. Delta L is equal to 0.2 mm. If E of the material of the rod is 2 into 10 to the power of 5 Newton per mm square. So what is the requirement? I need to find out what is the load. So type of load P I need to find out. So delta L is equal to P into L by A into E, where A is, since it is the round diameter, A is diameter, therefore cross-sectional area of the rod will be equal to pi d square by 4. So what is delta L? Substitute the values. Delta L is equal to 0.2, P which I don't know, which I need to find out. What is the length? Length is given by 100 mm divided by area of cross section is pi by 4 into 20 square into Young's modulus is given to be 2 into 10 to the power of 5. So on simplification, applied load P will be equal to 125,663.7 Newton. So if you want to convert this into kilonewton divided by 1000, P will be equal to 125.6637 kilonewton. As the rod extends by 0.2 mm, which is given, the applied load is tensile. So now, what load and type of load applied to the rod? If an extension of 20% greater is required for the same load applied. So P will be same, whatever you have got. So as the rods extend by 0.2 mm, which is given, the applied load is tensile, obviously. If the extension is 20% greater, so what will be delta L? 0.2 into 120 by 100. So that will be equal to 0.24. So what is the load? 0.24 is the load, delta L, which will be equal to the same load is applied. So here he says what load and type of load applied to the rod. Finish. If an extension of 20% greater is required, so if the extension delta L is already, it is 0.2, 0.2 plus the 20% greater. So 20% greater means 120 divided by 100 into 0.2 for the same load applied above. Same load applied means whatever you have been calculated, that is the load which you need to consider. So delta L will be equal to 0.2 into 120 by 100. So that will be equal to 0.24 mm. So what is delta L? Delta L is equal to P into L by A into E. So what is P? Delta L is given by, which is 0.24 equals, what is P? 125,663.7, because it is converted into Newton, into delta L. Delta L is equal to P into L. So the L is 100 divided by pi by 4 into, since we don't know the diameter, so that will be into d1 square into 2 into 10 to the power of 3. 200 into 10 to the power of 3 or 2 into 10 to the power of 5. So therefore, the diameter of the door d1 will be equal to, on simplification, you will going to get it as 18.26 mm. Therefore, the diameter of the rod need to be reduced. How much it should be reduced? D minus D1, 20 minus 18.26, which will be equal to 1.74 mm in diameter of the bar will going to be reduced. So in the next video, we will going to continue one more problem on the stress and strain. Thank you.